Okay, we're going to call to order the October 2022 meeting of the Homewood Planning Commission. If we could please start with a roll call.
All right. Mr. Wilson.
Here.
Ms. Wilcott. Mr. Harwell. Mr. Respento. Mr. Armstead. Mr. Broadhead. Ms. Andress.
Here.
Mr. Cronteras. And Mr. Roberts.
Here. All right, so if we could start off with the minutes from September. I think everyone had a chance to review these. Any concerns before I call for a motion? Any changes? All right, with that, I guess I'll entertain a motion to approve.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? All right, they're approved. All right, moving on, communications. I have none as chair. Mr. Armstead, our vice chairman, is not here tonight, so we'll move along. Old business, we had the case from 2773 BM Montgomery Street has been withdrawn at the request of the applicant. So if anyone's here to speak to that case, I just wanted you to be aware of that. All right, we'll go then to new business. Case RS 22-10-01. This relates to 110 and 116 East Edgewood Drive. If whoever's here for that case, come up, and before you speak, if you could write your name and address and on the tablet there.
Current address?
Yes.
Okay.
Fred, is that good enough?
Yeah, yes, we
All right.
want the current address, right?
And if you could just state your name and address as
Whitney
well.
Ridinger, 133 East Edgewood Drive.
Okay, well, tell us about your case.
Okay. That we are here to request an additional 6.5 feet from, he's already my neighbor, but if granted, he will be my next door neighbor. And he is the seller. And anyway, he offered it and we accepted it, if you all would grant that.
Okay, well, thank you. This is a public hearing, so if anyone from the public wants to come forward and speak to this case, this is your opportunity. All right, and seeing no one, we'll close the public portion, and if you would answer any questions our commission has. All right, it seems like a fairly straightforward issue.
Any rationale for requesting it, or it's straightforward, it's a subdivision case, so,
Right.
yeah.
I would move to approve, but that is straightforward and fits. Let me make the point that it fits, both lots will fit our definition of a lot and requirements.
Under NPD, right.
Second.
Yep. So,
Mr. Wilson was the second.
All right, let me I'm sorry, had to find it. All right. Then Ms. Wilcott. Yes. Mr. Wilson.
Yes.
Ms. Andress.
yes.
Mr. Cronteras. And Mr. Roberts.
Yes, your case passes.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, up next is case AD 22-10-02, 408 Berry Avenue. And if you could please, again, write your name down and then name and address and then state them verbally for us.
My name is Jared Bussey, 1604 28th Avenue South. I'm the architect on the project representing the Joneses, and Justin is here tonight as well. The owners would like to do a minor renovation addition to their house. It's an existing two-story structure. The drawings hopefully show clearly we're doing a small front addition to include a covered front porch and a real small addition to the front room that's conditioned. And then the smallest of additions on the back, just to really enclose a corner, to make the rear a little bit more usable. We initially looked at this as an NPD zoning, and we needed a real small variance for that rear setback condition. This gray square that we were adding on, so we proceeded with a variance request and then realized and discovered that this was part of a planned development. So we're here to request that this be allowed. From our research of the development plan, there don't look to be any actual setbacks, any real regulations that would govern what we can and can't do. I will say this complies with an NPD. The front, what we're doing here in the front complies with NPD regulations. I know that's not really relevant, but I think we're all familiar with those and the intent. And again, this is just an extension of an existing condition at the back.
Okay, this is a public hearing. If anyone from the public would like to speak to this case, please come forward at this moment. Again, seeing no one, we'll close the public portion and open up to questions. It appeared to me, and I think this is the case, just looking at the limited additions, that you're not extending further out left or right. It's just
That is
a
correct.
little bit in the front and then closing off that one corner in the back.
That's exactly right. Mhm.
And it looks like, again, from the bird's eye view, that this house is a little more, you mentioned NPD, but a little more recessed away from the road than maybe it's the next door house.
That's right.
So you wouldn't be blocking at least their view.
That's correct. In fact, yeah, I think they were, if I can remember, we were holding that 25-foot front yard because the neighbors were actually closer. So, yeah, even with our addition, we still have neighbors that are closer than we are, and we shouldn't be obstructing anybody.
I'm curious, did you guys have some correspondence with neighbors? Since nobody's here, I'm just interested in
And
hearing.
Justin can speak maybe more specifically. He did speak with neighbors. They were in agreement. They approved it. They were good, understood what we were trying to do, and were fine with it.
Right. Just tends to go a whole lot better than when that doesn't happen. Just-
Right.
The prior case, they were here before, so we knew the neighbors were all,
Right.
and generally, we don't have an empty room when there's been a yellow sign in somebody's front yard, so that's why I was curious to know.
Right. Yeah, but we have gotten in touch with them.
I would make a motion to approve.
Second?
I missed the original motion. Al.
Ms. Andrus
Who seconded?
and Mr. Wilson seconded.
Okay. Thank you. All right. Ms. Wilcott?
Yes.
Mr. Wilson?
Yes.
Ms. Andrus?
Yes.
Mr. Roberts?
Yes.
And Mr. Cronteras?
Okay, your case passes.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
No, you're welcome. All right, I have no further business this evening. With that, I guess we will adjourn.
Right, we'll, based on that conversation about altering the December date, we'll go ahead and send out an email to get a sense of the commission's position on that and possibly make a decision at the November meeting. But
Okay, sounds great. Thank you.